How did my production skills develop throughout the making of my film? Dear Diary, today I was wondering how my production skills developed while I was making my film. I guess it all started when my group formed. After doing a couple projects with different people, I saw how difficult it was to work with people who don't take charge or share their ideas. Presley asked me if I wanted to join her and Matthew for the film, and I said yes. I already knew Presley, so I figured I would work well with this group. We started out by having a discussion about which genre we wanted our film to be. At first, we talked about the genres of our favorite movies, and comedy was in all of them. Despite this, I personally had no clue how to write a comedy film, and after talking it out, we realized that none of us did. That ruled out comedy for one of our genres. After that debacle, we easily came up with psychological drama and drama as two of our genres. That's when I threw out the suggestion of having dystopian be the main genre of our film, and both Presley and Matt agreed. When it came to the actual filmmaking, I did not know much at all. I already knew a little bit about composition in film. I knew about rule of thirds, which guarantees a pleasing image for the viewers, and leading lines, which directs audience eyes to where the director wants them. I've since learned this is called a focal point. But other than that, I really didn't know much about what actually happened while filming. I learned early on that shooting the actual film was not that difficult if you plan ahead. I also realized that everything on screen is a choice that directors make to help tell the story. I guess this leads me to the storyboard. I knew that we needed to plan, but I didn't think we needed to plan as in-depth as we did with the storyboard. The storyboard included visuals, camera angles, camera movement, sound, and lighting. The storyboard held every choice we made, whether it was the mise-en-scène or the angles. The storyboard made it easier to keep track of everything we decided on. I now know that mise-en-scène is every little detail within a shot. I didn't think that planning this out would be as difficult as it was. You have to account for every specific thing within every single shot, and also what could go wrong. What I'm trying to say is that if something does go wrong while filming, it will affect the mise-en-scène. This brings me to my personal experience with my group. While Presley was the leader, self-elected, and Matt was the final decision maker, I came up with a lot of the ideas. When Matt or I had an idea, it was easy for me to tell Presley the idea. If she did like it, we went with it. If she didn't like the idea, though, she would voice her concerns with it. If the two of us couldn't compromise, Matt picked a side and we went with that side. I feel like I was really involved in every step with the whole process as much as I could be. My family had planned a trip in November before I was enrolled in ACE Media Studies, so while my team members filmed day 2, I was not in the country. After I came back, I made sure to watch all the footage they had shot, and I helped pick which ones were best to use. I helped with as much as the editing as I could. My trip helped us with picking roles for shooting. I could not film because I would be gone, so I left Presley to film. Matt was already going to be the actor because at first we wanted to have the film be about men not being able to think or feel, but over time, it changed to everyone not thinking or feeling. Presley and I would edit because the footage was on her phone. After she edited something, I would fix it or fit it to our vision. I would fix it to fit our vision, or I would leave it be because it already did fit our vision. Editing the raw film was relatively easy because we all mostly shared the same opinions when it came to how we wanted the final film to look. Presley let me take the lead on the coloring of the film because I had a clear vision on how the lighting should be. I wanted to use grays during the present to represent oppression and yellows during flashbacks to show happiness. When we disagreed on something like a specific effect, we talked it out and came to a compromise fairly quickly. I learned that it's easy for me to take one idea and morph it into something better. For example, when we were planning the storyboard and someone would say an idea, if we were unsure on if it was a good idea, I could take some elements from that idea and add my own spin on it. I also feel like I took criticism pretty well. When somebody, mostly Presley, said that they disagreed with something I had said, I didn't take it to heart. Instead, I realized that it wasn't personal. Everyone was just sharing their opinions on how our film should be. Overall, I feel like I now have a fundamental understanding of filmmaking, or at least the basics. I'm now able to appreciate the amount of work that goes into making a movie. All the problems and issues we ran into did not compare to the feeling my group collectively got once we finished the film. I'm happy that I got the opportunity to work with my group and make the film I did.